Hello everyone, this is Moshe, the Electric Israeli, and thank you for joining my channel. If you're new, please subscribe and help me change the world one electric car at a time. And if you're in the market to buy a Tesla car, please use my referral code and you can get some supercharging miles. And here is Cathy Woods, followed by Tasha Kinney from ARK Invest.
Not at all. In fact, curiously, we want Tesla to scale its units because each one of them now represents the potential for a robotaxi and a robotaxi fleet. Now, Elon says it's possible that he could launch that fleet this year. We think it's more like last year. But the robotaxi fleet is really going to be, or the robotaxi service is going to be, from a margin point of view, more like a SaaS business. And so we think that it's very smart to maximize units because they have so much option value now.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's certainly the point that everyone is harping on here. I think generally it's not a bad idea to at least try advertising. Right. I mean, from our research, we know that on both a sticker price basis now and a total cost of ownership basis, EVs are better cars, right? They're cheaper, they're more performant. So, if you're not buying an electric vehicle, the question is why? Maybe, that information just hasn't reached you yet. Maybe an ad will. So I don't think it's a bad idea there. I'd say what I was most excited about from last night was all the talk around autonomy. Elon said he thinks this will be the greatest asset unlock in human history. And I'd agree. We've modeled that autonomous driving could add an additional $26 trillion to GDP in the next 10 years. It's going to totally change Tesla's business model, and we're excited for it.
So obviously those who follow ARK Invest in the last, I would say 5-6 years, you know that their main theme is it's really twofold. The exponential growth of Tesla car sales, which they were spot on since I would say 2017, 2018. How the adoption of electric cars is happening and how Tesla is positioned to be the leader, and it is exactly what they said and what actually happened. The second theme was autonomy, and I read all the reports and I follow them. And full disclosure, I am a Tesla stock owner, and their big faith in Tesla stock to reach these extraordinary numbers, they're talking about $2,000 per share in the next 5 years, is based on autonomy. And interestingly enough, they do not take into account any of their robots, the Optimus Prime, which I will speak at the end. They don't calculate in their projection or in their thesis or anything like that. And I have to tell you, I've been driving Tesla cars since 2018. I have, I think, maybe more than 200,000 miles of driving Tesla cars. I had Model 3 and Y for 2018, 2020, and then I traded both of them for another Model 3 and Model Y. And I've been driving autopilot, enhanced autopilot, full self-driving the last couple of years. I also drive autopilot when I go to my annual visits to Israel, and I drive it there all the time. It's different than in the United States, but still, it is what it is. And to say that with confidence that Tesla is going to solve autonomy. I'm a big, huge Tesla fan and a big, huge autonomous autopilot FSD fan. It's still hard for me to fathom that Tesla is going to solve a real world AI, meaning that a car can drive anywhere. Let's just say the United States, maybe later on the rest of the world, that a car can drive anywhere in any condition, changing condition, construction, a hailstorm, snowstorm, changing routes, all kinds of things autonomously. Now, Waymo, for example, drives in pre-mapped areas in Phoenix, Arizona, for example. It's really true, and they just go around that loop, and that's okay. But to say that it will be done without a driver, it is hard to believe. Now, I can tell you one, and not only it's hard to believe, to base your valuation on that. Now, I can tell you, if Tesla go to level 2, level 3, level 4, even of autonomous, which still requires a driver, it is still a monumental achievement because the value of it for many drivers, especially drivers with special physical limitations, or any ride hailing that they're talking about it, ride sharing. That will be, imagine if you are an Uber driver or Lyft driver or taxi driver, and you can pick up people and just let the car drive you there just in case something happened, and you let that. It's an enormous achievement. But to do it by itself without a driver, just like you see way more cars driving around towns in specific areas, that is a monumental achievement. And to base all your thesis on it it's a bit risky. Now, is it necessarily not going to happen? And I'm saying it as a driver. I drive every single day on FSD. Work, home, work, supermarket, places, New York City, anywhere. And it's great, and it's incredible. And even, like I said, even if it gets to level 3 or level 4, that will be an amazing accomplishment that can open up markets and possibilities of great income, especially for ride hailing, even if you have a driver who doesn't do anything. Not to mention rent cars and things like that. You know that you don't have to physically drive the car, just to be there as a supervisor. Let alone the tremendous amount of safety that it is already right now. I would go on that. How many accidents are avoided by Tesla cars while riding an autopilot full self-drive? Then we know the numbers; they're amazing. So, and that that is an area that if Tesla ever to advertise, that's the one I would go for, the safety issue, because everybody wants to be safe, especially parents with young children and all that. That is the known unknown that the public should know. So, is it going to get to that point? Is it going to be the one who's going to make the stock explode? Well, I hope so, because I'm selfish. I hope so, but I hope so also for humanity. Now, one thing that they don't take into account is the robots. And, Elon Musk sometimes use a lot of hyperbole. He's the pathologically optimistic, which is great. You don't achieve what he does if you're not. And he's awesome. But he said that the robot business will be bigger than all of Tesla businesses combined. And just to think the application that the robots will have on humanity and on quality of life, but it will also change how we work and how we do things around. What that can do? Again, just think about it. Just think about FSD in the robots. By the way, they're going to use the same computer. Think about like really simple tasks, even if it doesn't get to be, I don't know, Transformers. It's just going to be something simple, like washing dishes, or cleaning the house, or being a custodian in a public place, or being in a factory, just moving things from one side to the other. What's the applications of this in terms of saving safety, saving human lives from accidents that happen in boring jobs, construction jobs, for example. So many accidents happen, and freeing people to do other things that are more useful and more challenging to their at the workplace and in their businesses. It's amazing. Yeah, I will buy one for sure. Taking care of elderly. I'm talking about complicated coding stuff, just simple tasks. That could be really amazing. And it's interesting that Archivist doesn't even take that to their account. I'm sure that they will eventually. Let's see, we'll follow this story. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.